Dylan Edwards is an interesting one, a bit of a fan favourite, but he's unfortunate, I think, where he's playing in an era where there's so many great fullbacks. And we saw that throughout the 80s and 90s when you thought, how come a certain player doesn't play more rep games?
Yep.
Well, it's because how come Anthony Mundine didn't play more rep games? Well, he had Laurie Daly in front of him. So
I heard the perfect one the other day. I think Todd Carney mentioned Jake Friend behind Cameron Smith.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Andrew McCulloch, who should have played more rep games and didn't play many at all because of Cameron Smith. So, New South Wales they got really strong on some positions. Some others, they're really clutching at straws at the moment, which is not ideal for them. But as a Queenslander, I don't care.
Oh, mate, we'll stick to the Origin then. We are at Suncorp. Another thing that I'm yet to do is, I've been here, Origin Arena, but not actually stayed and been and watched the Origin in Suncorp Stadium. Can you do your best to at least describe for us across the ditch and people from New South Wales what it is actually like in Suncorp Stadium?
So when you play big games here and there's 52,000 here, whether it's an NRL game or a State of Origin, probably, obviously the volume's a lot louder State of Origin time. Again, like Magic Round, Caxton Street starts at about 10 o'clock in the morning and the lunatics have been let out of the asylum really early and they don't drive the buses down Caxton Street anymore because of safety reasons. But I suppose the easiest way is to set the scene, and Blake, you know the feeling. You're sitting in the dressing sheds and you're active. You're just waiting for that knock on the door from the linesman. You hear the 2-minute buzzer go off, which makes everyone nervous. People say, what do you miss the most about rugby league? I go, the 2-minute buzzer. That's what I miss, the 2-minute buzzer. But 2-minute buzzer goes off and all of a sudden, the heart rate starts lifting. So you can imagine that at Origin, another level. And then you get the knock on the door and the linesman say, ready to go, everyone. So the door at Suncorp Stadium is shut. And you know that something's going on. There's a hum going on above you. But you walk out of the dressing shed. I'm getting the goosebumps thinking about it now. You walk to the door of the dressing shed. The captain opens it up. And as you open it up, you walk out and turn left for the home team. You turn out and turn left. As soon as you turn left, this energy just hits you and it rattles through your entire body. Your bones shake. Doesn't matter how many games you've played in the NRL, you still get really, really nervous. And then when you run out, it's another level of noise because then the top bleachers hit you from behind. Your body goes through something that I think maybe flying in one of those jet fighters or something like that would give you the same sort of adrenaline rush, but also the fear that you're about to go through.
Yep. Well, man, that is awesome. Now with the Origin, obviously it hurts me being a New South Welshman, but I'm living in Queen. Do
you know what? I thought you've been a Kiwi your whole life. Even through your whole career, I thought, Blake Ayshford, it makes sense that he went to the Warriors, because he's a Kiwi.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, Mum and Dad sold up in New South Wales and they're living in Queensland now. So, but look, it still hurts me to say, but why is it, no matter where they sit, whether they have the worst team that's ever been picked, they're just so comfortable in that. Whereas New South Wales now have the players, but it's just, I don't know, it's unrest in the state.
I think it dates back to, and this might sound really corny, but I just know for a fact from the moment that one and only game was played here in 1980 when Arthur was the captain, he got, as a proud Queenslander, he hated playing for New South Wales in what they called the interstate series back then. Wherever you played your week-to-week footy, that's who you represented. So when he came back in 1980, it was basically, they always think they're better than us, and we're doing whatever we can for the guy sitting next to us and playing next to us. We're going to do whatever we can to make sure that we make this state proud. Now, as that's matured through the years, the same message has always been, if you wear that jersey, it's not about you, it's about the kid that's sitting out in a Western Queensland town of Charleville or Cunnamulla or Baduri or Billawheeler or all the way up to Cloncurry, all those areas. It's those kids and those postcodes that think you're an absolute hero, and you need to prove to them that you're proud to represent this state. And then as the game sort of got into full time, they and the camps were 10 days long, they started taking the teams out into those regional areas for 3 days. And these are kids and adults that never get to reach out and touch rugby league players. So all of a sudden the Queensland jersey becomes tangible, you can touch it. And so it's always been about what the jersey represents as opposed to, I think New South Wales have always, the players have gone, oh, I finally got a New South Wales jersey. How good's this? It's something to put in the pool room. Whereas Queensland, it's always been the jersey actually represents a lot more than you, the person. And I think that's where probably New South Wales have always made the wrong selections. Queensland have made selections on guys that when the whistle goes in the war, they're ready to go over the top of the trenches. New South Wales, I think, have always chosen players that want to blow Queensland off the park and win by 30. The guys that Queensland have always picked from 1980 have been guys that want to win the game 8-6, 10-8, or they've got to defend their try line for the next 15 to 20 minutes, where I think New South Wales have always wanted to be a team that laps the opposition and wins by a comfortable score.
It's perfectly said, mate. Last one I have for you is, can you give me a series prediction? New South Wales favour if you want.
Well, Queensland will go down as underdogs.
Every year, mate. Every year.
Reece Walsh not playing this week because of a knee injury, so obviously we don't know whether he's going to be right for Origin. But if he's out, AJ Brimson jumps in.
Yeah, mate.
So playing in New South Wales, Sydney's a really tough start-up game for Queensland. They don't have a great record at a core stadium, the Olympic Stadium. But I just think how balanced this team is. The most important part of Queensland is the guy that sits in the coach's box. He is so heavily driven, this Billy Slater. He knows everything about his playing group. He knows everything about the player that's not playing Origin, that should be playing Origin, but because of selections. And I think Queensland will, third game here, second game in Melbourne. I think Queensland will be coming back here for a clean sweep.
Oh, there you heard it.
And this place, there won't be enough seats in this joint. Yeah.
SENZ. It's Kiwi for sport.